All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah Soon said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted. Uh-oh, I got that. Let me turn that down. How did that get turned up? Oh, my God. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Oh, there we go. There are two powerhouse YouTube channel, General Seti, Sarasu and Seti. I want you to subscribe immediately. Do not hesitate. Don't you dare. I want you to become a member. The link for the membership right down in the video description. It's in the chat. All you have to do is just click it. You get a video introduction. Run down on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasu Seti, General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage. Continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse program, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General himself. Profound, amazing program for the brothers. All you have to do is go to the website, check it out, go over the curriculum. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream where the brothers meet once a week discussing very powerful, important information pertinent to our growth and development. I want you to get on over there and check it out, family. Become a brother, become a member today. Everybody know Ring the Alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official. General Sarasu Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies. We got holistic tonics and remedies. That's right. And home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. Old Mecca, Voyages of the Nile, Ancient Egypt. We got the Nubia, mother of ancient Egypt. We got Black Babylon, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, all the isms, knocking them all down like bowling pins. Black woman is God, making of the white man, so many, many more. Just get on over there. There's not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare or compete. Become a member today. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. Ring the Alarm popping on Patreon. We got some new fire up there on Patreon. We got, let me get it up there for you, fam. Let me get it up there for you. We're going to drop that in just a second. We're going to drop that just in a second. Let me get that, blow it up for you. It's up there right now. It's on fire. We're dealing with some occult knowledge and wisdom, the magic, tree magic of the Kemetic Vikings. We need to get off in there. There's a, mic went out. Mike went out. We black on. Mike went out on me and say, "God, that's what happened when you're running. I'm running and shit. I ain't checking nothing, but that's all right. This up there, tree magic of the committee don't know to go. They ain't got the knowledge. So get on over there and click that link. It's in pinned to the chat. Let's go to work. And all the family that donated, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Those who like to donate, link right there. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasu and Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Well, here you go. We getting information, and it's hard to get any validation from the media. They obviously don't want this type of information getting out there. I mean, but it's so many, of our people that is reporting this from down in Atlanta that, two white guys
who dressed up as the Klan, went to a park, I believe during some outing, was it, I don't know if it was a festival, and came out there in the Klan uniform and got their wig pulled back. That's exactly what happened. They got their wig pulled back. And so, we'll have, a video. I've seen a video online because there's not much up there that's even talking about it. Yeah, I looked all over YouTube. I looked, even on Instagram. Most people say that the majority of the people that are reporting this on TikTok, but they saying these two Neanderthals had the gall to bring their ass out to an all-black festival in an all-black county in a damn near all-black city and get their wig pulled back. You feel me? And see, hey, you get what you're asking for. You see, you get what you're asking for. I don't know, before somehow, see, and niggas been about that life. It ain't really been too many times, in the last, 30, 40 years where they could have did it anyway, but the gall to believe that they could come up amongst a crowd, a festival of black people and think that they could come in there with some Klan shit on. I mean, that was suicide. They was sacrificial lambs to start a race war, or they was just I don't have no explanation for nobody being that goddamn dumb. You know what I'm saying? To bring their ass with some Klan shit on. You know what I'm so that just asking for it because you didn't trigger black people. We already know the story. And so what it is, man, somehow white people think niggas is punks. I don't, and like I say, I've always, back my people. Even in they lowest, I say these niggas gonna wake up one day. Somebody gonna do something that's gonna trigger our people into they right mind. There's gonna be that one incident that's gonna cause all black people to come together at one goddamn time and put that hell of a ass kicking that should have been put down probably 300-400 years ago or even earlier. It should have been put down a long time ago. See, and that's just really what the problem is. They've been getting away with shit where they have, it has not been, the retribution. You know what I'm saying? There has never been any punishment for the thing that they have done to our people. And so our people have lived, in a lot, and this is a new generation. But even the last one, the last 2-3 goddamn, well, most definitely the last two. And the one coming up, these is very, violent generations. They speak with violence, and I'm gonna just say that. And you can take it however you want, but you see what it is that the violence was not focused on bringing liberation. It wasn't focused. And so our people knowing that something is wrong in this society, but they really never had or have been taught the political understanding of why they in this predicament or what is really going on. And, they know a little bit of the history, but they don't know enough, but they know a little bit of the history. And so a lot of our people have lived in frustration for many, many years, having no political agenda that could bring them up out of the situation. So we live, we look at the news, we go on, we go to bed, we wake up, we do this shit again. And so, in frustration, we've taken a lot of our anger out on ourselves. And so we never understood that, maybe we should have did that to those that treated us the way, these people that have done what they've done to us for over the last 400 years. Maybe that shit should have been taken out on their ass. and people's is coming to the understanding. And see, when you can get away with shit like that, you see, when you can get away with shit like that, knowing nobody else in the world would allow something to happen to them like that, and it wouldn't be no retaliation. They thinking they could do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's just the reality. They can show pictures of our people hanging from trees by the thousands. You see, they can talk about all the niggas that they hunt. You see, you got to understand that. And it's been, it's been no get back for shit like that. And so when you can do it to a people, but they still understand that there's a trigger. You know what I'm saying? They've known that for a long time. They know it's still a trigger inside of our DNA that could flip the switch. And in an instant, they're just like the goddamn lion and the goddamn tiger. They be training them motherfuckers and be for 30 years, 20 years. Know the motherfucking tiger for 20 years. That motherfucker out there in Las Vegas and shit. And training the goddamn tiger. And for 20 years, they done been together. And that one fucking day, you know what I'm saying? He cracked that goddamn tiger with that whip. And that tiger ate his motherfucking face off. Ate his motherfucking face. So they know within the natural code, there's always that trigger mechanism that one day that they it could be on. And so that's why, they continue every day on the music, on the TV, and all of that shit to keep you in a state of zombieism, in a state of, because if they thought you was naturally inferior, they wouldn't have to do shit. If they thought you naturally was a killer of your own people, why would they have to put up all this shit on TV? Why would they have to go through all, putting out new songs? If you was naturally that way, they wouldn't have to do none of that. It would be, it would just naturally occur, but they know that they have to keep pumping that music into your ears, into your mind, into your psyche. They know they got to keep putting that shit in front of you, your eyes on this goddamn TV to keep you from that trigger. You see what I'm saying? That trigger, to keep you away from triggering as a people and snap on their ass and give them what they supposed to. I don't give a fuck if it's goddamn 300 motherfuckers all the way. I get motherfucker, we giving you the ass whooping my great-great-granddaddy should have gave your great-great-granddaddy. You gonna get that ass. You gonna get that ass kicking. That's what you gonna get. That's what you got to get. You see? I'm sick of that because we even in our misery, we want to say, oh, we don't want the reparations. We don't, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. That's why we in the predicament. You ain't got to work. You didn't work for it, nigga. Yeah, I hear niggas out here talking about, they don't want no reparations. Bitch, niggas, sit your ass down and don't get none. But our ancestors have already toiled and slaved. A bill was not paid. And motherfucker, if you owe anybody in the government or anywhere, they gon' bitch, if you got any inheritance and you pass it down to your babies, they gonna inherit that goddamn debt with whatever you got. It's not going away. And it don't make a difference if your child passed that damn inheritance down to their child and that debt is still not paid, then your grandbabies will inherit that debt. And if they don't pay the goddamn debt off and this is mortgage to that estate and they inherit that estate and they don't continue to pay on it till it's off, and if your grandbabies don't pay it off before they pass and they hand it down to your great grandbabies, then that debt is passed down to your great grandbabies. So I don't understand how these weak ass niggas out here continue. But see, that's why they treat you the way that they treat you, because they know you silly. They know you silly, and they know good and goddamn well ain't no way they gonna let you slide on shit. They gonna attach that to every motherfucker in your bloodline until either they get the property or the estate or goddamn it, you in the ground, nigga. That's it. And they burn that motherfucker down or whatever else they do. And so we as in, we as in the, we as these white people is in illusion that they really got some punk ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, you ain't gonna just think you gonna cross motherfuckers in 2025 thinking that, these are some soft niggas, they gonna let you say some shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, niggas is out here for real, going through shit, you know what I'm saying? I damn near snapped on a goddamn cracker the other day, my goddamn self. Motherfucker all on my back and shit. I'm in the line buying some shit, and this motherfucker get, instead of him staying in the goddamn line, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker on my back, you know what I'm saying? On my back, on the phone talking and shit, put his shit next to my, on the side of the counter. And I'm like, I'm used to motherfuckers, you're getting space. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, nigga, bitch cracker, you in my space. You know what I'm saying? I snapped on him like, bitch, get off my back. He was stunned too. Like, bitch, get off my back. You know what I'm saying? Get off my back. Straight the fuck up. You talking on like I ain't even there, bitch, motherfucker. I'll slap the shit out of you. Straight up. And I didn't, but it was like, a violation. Like, bitch, this motherfucker don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, am I invisible to you? And so that just pissed me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Man, I've been to slap that motherfucker to the back of the goddamn store, man. One goddamn slap. And that's how I feel. And I felt, and I already knew where I went. I had went damn near to 9, ready to go to 10. I was on 9, like, bitch, get off my back. Straight the fuck up. Move the fuck back. Give me some space before you get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's how they do black people. They don't even act like, I remember, what was that book by Richard Wright? He wrote that book, Invisible Man. It was a book that, a lot of people checked out during Black History. Invisible Man. You ain't even there. You ain't even motherfucking there. You see what I'm saying? So they'll look past you, over you, through you. And so, yeah, today, the gall of these motherfuckers to do some of the shit that they doing, they deserve everything that happened to them. And so that they might have just been sacrificial lambs to start a goddamn race war to bring their ass down to an all-black goddamn festival. And really, it's nowhere in the goddamn America you would have been able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Today, 2025, motherfucker, you was a sacrificial lamb. And so, they didn't, I got some footage I got from another YouTube page. It'll come up, and, all respects due. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can, subscribe to the young lady, and, because I am borrowing the information because I didn't see it nowhere else. And so I just wanted you guys to hear from the miles of people that was down there. You see, because it's the irony of them not even showing the shit on the news. The irony of them not really, nothing on YouTube. It might be starting to get up there now, but it was literally nothing, that's been reported by the news. But so let's get on off into it, family. Let's get something up here so we can see what the fuck is going on. How these two Cro-Magnon Neanderthals got their goddamn wigs split. If you're on here right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we keep this shit. We been about this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. When conscious niggas in the conscious community was scared to fuck with General Seti, because I already told niggas. I got one of my damn America in the second, Obama in the second American Civil War. I already told motherfuckers damn near 20 years that this shit was still about to go down. You see, I told niggas, get them locked and loaded. Nigga, I've been telling you, ain't been here no motherfucker. Nah, it's real. It's really real. And because it took another generation of motherfuckers sick and tired of this bullshit that really know what's going on. They ain't about that shit. So now the relevancy of what I was spitting damn near 20-some years ago is now coming to pass. You feel what I'm saying? So here we go, family.
News today. I woke up this morning and got on Twitter and I heard that 2 Klansmen tried to run up in somebody's neighborhood and got their ass knocked off. Oh, man.
So you telling me that KK came to model in Atlanta? You telling me that KK came to model ATLANTAGA, that's where I stay?
We have 2 Caucasian males who went to the hoods in Atlanta with their white hooded sheets on, the triple K kind, and got unalived. You see, we know they're racist. We know they're in their homes, who look black, and they're being racist and pathetic. We know. But when you come into the hood with YNs, you don't know what YN is, and this is not for you to know.
Do not let Trump white folk. In law enforcement, it don't matter what job you hold. I don't care where you live in this United States. Do not let Trump get you sent to the morgue. Do you understand? Listen to me. I need you not to let this fool gas you up to the point to where you're going to act how you feel. You're going to act out how you feel. White folks, don't be baited. Don't be fucking stupid, okay? There are going to be a lot of you that get on this video and going to take what I said out of context, which is fine. This is what you do. I won't be baited by any of you. If you continue to fuck us, i.e. the unprovoked attacks, the unprovoked aggression, the unprovoked murder, the unprovoked everything, you will be without sanctuary. Black folks, go by the book.
2 Klansmen finally got what they deserve. Every single last one of them that walked the face of this earth will get what's coming to them very soon. But I love to hear it. They decided to walk inside of DeKalb County with their white hoods on, thinking they was going to spook some black folks. I wanted the rest of y'all to try that again. Go ahead. Your buddies is just the sacrificial lambs. I think the rest of y'all might succeed, you know?
Hey, my people. Gracie here once again. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that from my...
That's the channel right there. I'm gonna move it up, move it to the next segment. Let me see.
To be dealt with. Let's
Come with them. It ain't gonna fucking happen. To you dumb fools, you dumb white boys that was sent down to DeKalb County wearing KKK hoods. Now I'm gonna switch subjects. DeKalb County, Georgia, and you got murdered for it.
Yeah, Queen Penguin. That's it.
Why did these fools allow others to gas them up, to send them to a all damn near majority black county in KKK uniform? Now you got murdered. And the ones that sent you knew that was going to happen. Knew it. But
they was goddamn, that's like a sacrificial lamb. They might have sent them motherfuckers down there just on the strength of, but I don't see how, I mean, listen, ain't no motherfucker sending me to die. Ain't no motherfucker sending me to die. You feel me? If I'm gonna die, motherfucker, I'm gonna die on the battlefield. You see what I'm saying? I gotta be able to take something. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna give my life away without being able to take something now. I don't know what kind of motherfucker that is. Now, if I'm on the battlefield and I got the prospect of taking some shit for, if I had to get mine, but I can get some shit for it, then that's what we'll do. But just to send a motherfucker down there, but like I say, these are some weird ass people, you see. And let me tell y'all something. And I've been telling y'all for the longest. I don't want nobody to think, because when niggas was talking about Drake and motherfucking Kendrick Lamar and all that shit, I was already telling y'all, okay, about these motherfucking shooter. You understand? This is where they coming from all along. You feel me? This is where they coming from. It's these Klan motherfuckers, and they send these Long Ranger motherfuckers down there, and knowing that they ain't nothing but a suicide bomber. Go in there and shoot all the peoples up. You see what I'm saying? Every last one of them, and they together, the police, the militia, all of them. You see, I was watching, and I want y'all to understand this, and I want to reiterate this, and I'm going to come back to this. I was watching, and this is a roundabout the way. You know, I was watching some military shit. You know, I like to watch and see what kind of, military armament the world got. So I watched various shit. And I was watching, this shit about the United States Army. How big it is, how many people in each segment of the military, And so the grand number was like 1.3 million in the whole, United States military. But you know what it also included? And I want y'all to understand this. Do you know what it also included in that grand number of 1.3 million soldiers in the United States military? The militias. The militias are even though they are not under direct command of the military, if it get down to the get down, the militias are expected to join in to protect the homeland. So I just want you to understand that. So all of these motherfuckers, you can call them right wing, you can call them hate groups, and you can call that's your goddamn militia. That's your goddamn militia. That's why when it come down, they don't go investigate. They never investigate no organization. They say, well, they may have been radicalized by something they saw on the internet, but they never say, oh, this person was, connected to this group. Only that they may have saw something on the internet that radicalized them. Because you got to understand, the militia is a part of the whole organization of the United States military. You see, so they're not going to start locking up their militia. No different than they're going to lock up the police. Every blue moon, they'll lock up one here and there. But for the most part, they going to tap them on the hand if they do that. And you ain't going to hear nothing else about it. So understanding that all these motherfuckers that you see going into these, a lot of them going into these schools, a lot of them going into any soft target area, whether it's a Walmart, Dollar General, any of that shit. They look for soft targets. That's why, everybody out here got to be military minded. I've always said that. I've known this shit many, many years. You think that, they just walked up into the festival. Many times they don't have a Klan. They've been amongst you. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like they've been amongst you all goddamn ready. You see what I'm saying? They've been amongst you all goddamn ready. But, they were just bold enough to put some goddamn uniforms on this time. A lot of time they just wear regular clothing and they blend in. They don't try to motherfucking stand out. You know what I'm saying? They'll pretend that they're a motherfucking hobo looking for goddamn bottles in the garbage. They'll do it. This is how, and so when you know that the militia is a part of the military, then they have different, departments, those that are, moles and shit. And, they come in plain clothes and just like the police, and they play game. They down there to see how you operate. They trying to see how you operate, how you move and shit. And so they looking for soft target areas. Yeah, go in there. Be a lot of people in there, old people, women, children. You ain't gonna have too much. You ain't gonna have no get back too much. You see, so you can go in there and kill. And so they don't just go down and just say, I'm going to go in here and just start shooting. You might go in there and don't be nobody in there. Believe me, it's some goddamn, what they call it, when they, that provide information. You see what I'm saying? Intel. So it got to be some goddamn kind of intel, they say, oh, you in there, yeah, right about that time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, over here. You see, ain't no motherfucker gonna come because you go in there, it might not be nobody in there. So it's somebody saying something to the motherfucker, come down there, shoot the motherfucker up, and then they gone. They go to jail, and then they'll be right back out on the motherfucking street before you know it. You see? And so, yeah, we're going to listen to a little more of what the family, because I want to see if motherfuckers actually, who was it somebody that was actually there?
Family, I'm going to tell you this again. Stay dangerous. Stay strapped up. Stay strapped. When I tell you, I don't care if you're a felon, your life means more than your status legally. Your life means more. And just because you are a felon does not mean that they have the right to take your life.
That's right.
Your life means something to someone.
I see you right there, Scouts.
If
that's
not
right,
you,
Recon.
someone else that loves you.
That's right.
We'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. You understand? And I said this once before in the video, months ago. I'm not going to anyone's jail for nothing. No one's locking me
Black
up.
Power, nephew.
No one's going to jump out on me in unmarked vehicles, plain clothes, and tell me to come and make me come with them. It ain't going to.
That brother say he ain't going to jail. Let me tell y'all something, man. And I ain't the kind of, I tell it motherfucker like it is. You see, I remember back when I was going, I done told this story before. I remember back when I was in high school. This was way back, like, goddamn, said it. Back when I was in high school. And, I was conscious. I was still conscious even at that time. And we in the middle of Detroit. And I see a raid van. First and foremost, I thought it was the police. It ain't like I'm dirty or nothing, but I'm thinking like, yeah, they about to hit some shit. So when I seen the raid van, I'm looking at it. But and I look at the driver, and it was a white boy, and he was bald head. I'm thinking to myself, that's a skinhead motherfucker, right? Now I'm just 17. You see what I'm saying? I'm just 17. And being, I'm on my college, Muhammad, Malcolm X, and I mugged the motherfucker. Right? I mugged the motherfucker. And then he says something like, bitch, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And I'm woofing back like, bitch, what you want to do? You see what I'm saying? And man, listen here. That motherfucker tried to spin that motherfucker around on me. You see what I'm saying? That motherfucker tried to spin, but I was near family. You see what I'm saying? I was near family, so I'm trying my best to get to the motherfucker. But listen to me. And I'm saying that to say, yeah, that motherfucker spent that bitch around. Like, he had something on him. You know what I'm saying? I say, okay. That let me know right then and there. Yeah, when a motherfucker talk about staying dangerous, you got to have that motherfucking thing on you at all motherfucking time. Because if you need to talk, you got to be able to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to express yourself. Yeah. But when I got back up to that goddamn street, that motherfucker had been, but for that moment, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker spent that motherfucker around on a nigga like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, but I tell you what, I remember that. And from that point on, I punished for what that motherfucker tried to do. I punished every motherfucking Neanderthal from that moment forward. I took it out on, I spit on motherfuckers. I goddamn whatever I cuss motherfuckers the fuck out. I don't give a fuck. I was a savage. I was a savage after that. You feel what I'm saying? Just, but that was my rites of passage. Yeah, that was my rites of passage and shit, because some motherfuckers, man, so letting you know, they in the hood. What am I saying? They in the hood. They be strapped. Ain't no telling what he had back in the back, because it wasn't one of them raid. It was I don't even know if I remember if it had any windows on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think it had no windows. I can't remember if it had windows on the back. I don't think it was. So I don't know what the fuck was on the back of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He could have pulled it out, and all kind of motherfuckers could have started. I couldn't see if he was tatted, but I knew he was a goddamn skinhead. Ain't no white boy riding around in no damn van, and goddamn it, and in no damn van with a bald head, white boy looking silly. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so you got to understand, it's a whole lot of motherfuckers. You got to be careful. You see what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Let's finish watching this good, bro.
Fucking happen. It ain't gonna fucking happen. So I'm gonna say again to you, leave us the fuck alone. Leave us the fuck alone. When you open Pandora's box, and what comes out will be a black fucking swarm. When we get this thing collectively, you will be without sanctuary. We are not outnumbered. We never have been. That's why you created laws to kill us. That's why you created the nigger hunting license. I remember it.
Nigger hunting license.
Hunt niggas from January 1st to December 31st with or without dogs, day or night, but you were only allowed a tag for 30 niggas at a time every year. They had a hunting season on our people because we outbred them. We always outnumbered them, my people. We're not the 13% that they keep pushing since I was a fucking baby. We are way more than that now. White folks die faster than they reproduce. It's known. We have always outnumbered them. I believe they're the 13% here in this nation, period. They're just more solidified than we are. So whatever your religion is, Christian, Muslim, it don't matter. Put it to the side. Because nobody's going to stop a bullet from coming at you. Allah.
My religion is my gun. Like Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. You feel me? My religion is my goddamn gun. And I pray, and if I pray to God, I pray that he help me to shoot straight. That's what I hope. You see, in the time, we should know better than that. We should know, it's all right to be spiritual. But at the end of the day, you understand what I'm saying? Wars is fought and won on the battlefield. And you pray to your ancestors that you are victorious, that you have the mighty blow. And when you strike that goddamn blow, it's a death blow. That's what you pray for. But you got to put boots on the ground. Ain't nothing coming, you understand? And that's just the reality. And back in the day, our people had to run, and they was sicking dogs on our people, man. The same shit. They doing the same shit today. They let them dogs out on people. They do the same shit. Ain't nothing changed. Shoot their dog, do all that shit. Don't, you know what I'm saying? That's why you need that motherfucking thing on you. You see? And it's not enough that one person and shit is standing up. You see how them goddamn them deputies, them sheriffs went up into the goddamn courtroom for Ronald Hinton. You see how deep they was up in that goddamn courtroom? They come up in that motherfucker damn near 400-500 goddamn deputies. They fill the whole goddamn the courtroom up. You understand? All on that's how they roll. You know what I'm saying? Because they still know that there's also the trigger mechanism that shit could get nasty, and then it's beyond them. See, it's always on us. really, it's on us. How we want to do this shit, and you just got to keep coming together. It's enough of us. We can run the city. That's just a fact. They're going to have to call the state. And it'll get so ugly to where the state and the goddamn county and the goddamn ain't nothing and none of them, they're going to have to call in the motherfucking National Guard. There's too much going on. These niggas out here, they ain't playing. You see what I'm saying? And they could be vicious. It could be a vicious situation. I remember, my uncles and them telling me about the riots in Detroit in 67 and how nasty the National Guard and the police, they was they had piles of bodies. You see what I'm saying? Just like a heap of bodies, just throwing bodies and shit on the heat. And back then they had shot one of my cousins and they threw him in the heat thinking he was dead. You know what I'm saying? He in the heap of dead bodies and he wakes the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He wakes the fuck up and crawls out the heat. He end up suing their ass over that shit. Yeah, they done laid him in a heap of dead bodies thinking he was dead, but they had shot him. You see? And so, yeah, they ain't giving a fuck about nothing. You get in a situation like that, you're going to have to stick together, and make them, and then you got to do it because if you do it in the city, you got to do it on the state level, on the county level. Because if you stop at it, they're gonna bring in what they need to bring in and so when you got to make them understand that this is a national thing, that we're not about to let nobody be, jumped on by no goddamn these crazy ass crackers, because they will try to do that. You see, it's a cause for national unity. But it started right there in the city. It started right there on the block. It started right there in the city. And just understand, it's that time. You know what I'm saying? When you hear that, they say it's going to be a trumpet, but it's an esoterical understanding. At the end, you're going to hear the trumpet blow. Well, it's blowing, goddammit. The fucking trumpet is blowing. You see? That's esoterical knowledge. You going to know it because you going to hear it. We hear it. We hear the goddamn trumpet blowing. So it's time. You need national unity. You need international unity. You see, you need international unity. You don't stop, because wherever they think your boundary, then they're gonna try to bring enough. But if they think that the world is watching, and they think, and we on a national, and if they understand, goddamn it, if they jump on any of our people in any one fucking city, we gonna act crazy all over this motherfucker. And no matter what nobody believe, I want y'all to understand this. Understand this. No matter what, how, they say how powerless, we got enough power to bring this bitch crashing down. I tell you that. You see, whether outright victory, and I don't say we cannot be victorious, because we can. But I know one thing, we can bring this bitch to an end. You see, we can bring this shit over here to an end. It won't function no more. This shit'll be over with. We could do that. You see what I'm saying? And so if that's what they want, that's what the fuck they can get. If they think that they're going to do whatever the fuck they want to our people. You see, so at this point, why they doing all this silly shit, talking all this silly shit on the internet? No zero tolerance. That's where I'm at with it. Zero tolerance. You know what's going on out here. I'm just being 100. You bitches all up on internet talking about this black fatigue. I'm gonna tell you about some black fatigue. I'm gonna write black fatigue on the tip of my motherfucking shoe. I'm gonna put that motherfucker and I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna put that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a goddamn how you feel. I don't give a fuck if you tired, bitch. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You see, but if at any point in time, I know you hear what's going on the internet, because there's a lot of people tapping in. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm not in that shit just like a what they call that when they get motherfuckers to do shit. Everybody want to do the same thing. Bucket and put buckets of water on, ice water on motherfuckers and all that kind of shit. I ain't got no time to play no motherfucking games with nobody. But I do know one thing, that they understand where we at as far as the racial tension that's going on out here. They understand. So I don't want nobody, you bitch, don't say nothing to me. Don't play with me. Don't motherfucker. And they don't do it no goddamn way. But I'm just saying, because you know where it's at. You let something slip up, come out your motherfucking mouth saying anything crazy. I already know how. Any motherfucking thing that's around me that I could pick up, if that shit can come up and it got in, bitch, I'm just, that's what I'm gonna do. You understand what I'm saying? I like picking up shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's near me, if I ain't got that thing, you understand? Anything that is got, bitch, I'm cracking your head. That's just all it is to it. So, let it be known, man. That's just how we gonna have to do this. You know what I'm saying? This is how we gonna have to do this, because they gonna tell, and see, it's always us. It ain't like we go out there fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Just like they, you know what I'm saying? Let two niggas walk off into their goddamn bitch. They'll never find them niggas. They'll never find them niggas again. And it didn't happen. And they don't be going on no violent shit. They just happen to go somewhere which white people consider is off limits to black people. You see what I'm saying? And they may never come up. You may never see them again. It didn't happen, a million times. So, I'm at zero tolerance. I've always been at zero tolerance. You know what I'm saying? And you have to watch them, because they like to use black people against black people. I'm noticing, and I'm going to say this shit, because it's a lot of shit on the internet where they talking about this black fatigue shit. And you got white people talking shit about us. At the same time, you see what's going on, walking around with goddamn Klan shit on. These motherfuckers is coming off in our communities doing it. And you got enough nerve to agree with the Peckerwood, even if I understand it's some shit that need to be worked on with my community. But I'm not, if it's a racial time, if racial tensions is heightened at this time, if racial tensions is heightened at this time, all that little lip service can wait, between you and your people. All that bullshit can wait. You sound like you with the crackers. You see, when you out here talking this boy, well, I'm tired, bitch, shut up. You ain't never been tired until these white people done said something. Nah, niggas, you ain't never heard no nigga talking about they tired. Bitch, nigga, you just jumped on the bandwagon because it was goddamn trending. You ain't said shit. You been rolling up blunts, drinking 40s, watching the news. Ain't a motherfucker did nothing as far as trying to help our people, even just putting out a strong message out there of encouragement to try to spiritually connect with the people, and maybe they would hear something of encouragement. Maybe that would help, a few of the peoples out there. You ain't even done that. And so here it is, when racial tensions is heightened, if you ain't got nothing good to say about your people, shut the fuck up, because the shit been going on. Why is it that you try to get, you try to bring this shit up, and when the tensions, racial tensions, are heightened at this time? You see what I'm saying? Keep all that shit to yourself, because that's weak. That's weak. And it show division amongst our people. You know what I'm saying? But at a time when we don't need no goddamn division. You see? But be very careful, because let me tell you, and I always tell y'all that, watch it, because they might try to come and have another shooting. They might try to come and have another shooting. You see what I'm saying? You got to get wise out there. We are at war. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm going to keep telling y'all that. The revolution not coming, it's already here. I've been telling y'all that. It ain't coming, it's here. Dr. Khaled already told you that, nigga, it's here. And when the color of your skin will be your goddamn uniform. It's coming, it's going down. Nigga, your skin, it don't matter what the fuck you think you is. It don't matter what the fuck they say, nigga, kill niggas. You see what I'm saying? You can come out here, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a Moor. I'm a Kemetic. I'm a Christian. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Jew. I'm a this. I'm a that. Nigga, you gonna get your wig split out here. Nigga, your skin. And for them, it don't make no difference what your consciousness is. This is just, a flat out order to exterminate anybody with black skin. So that's gonna be one of the commands. This is the King Alfred plan. You see what I'm saying? Where if it was what they call black insurrection in the United States, where they had this plan where they would go into effect, and that they would send out all the preachers, all the pastors, and they'll send them out first to try to calm this shit down. So I already know that all these time ass niggas, they are, and we've been doing this long time ago, but it's more relevant now when we talk about FEMA. They trying to get rid of FEMA right now. But, they had all these pastors for FEMA, 21,000 pastors for FEMA, where they would use the churches and shit, as a intermediary between these government departments and shit, and they already got the body bag, they had all the body bags. They got all these goddamn concentration camps. They already had them. They was gonna try, to put it in effect for that pandemic. They already had that shit in case motherfuckers get out of pocket. They already had the motherfucking concentration camps ready. You understand? For what could have knowing that the people was gonna get fatigued, being locked down and shit and all that shit, and might uprise and shit. You know what I'm saying? And find out some truth of how that shit got in here and all of that. So we have to understand that they are operating right up under our nose with all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They got a biological warfare and listen, understand that. They know what the fuck is going. You got to be prepared for that. That just, and under because these motherfuckers got the vials and shit. You know what I'm saying? That they can infect that. We ain't gotten no laboratories. You know what I'm saying? And where we could create this type of shit and on a level military grade shit, where they could put it into the water, put it into the food, put it into the air. You see what I'm saying? And knock off, millions of people. They could do this shit. So we are really dealing with a vicious beast that got, but the thing is, we are the primordials, and that means a whole lot. A lot of people think, but it do. We understand that we are the ones that we are the divine ones, the ones that come with the package. When you look out into creation and shit, we came with the package. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between anybody else and us. When you open this shit up in the very beginning, we came with the package. Nobody else came with the package. We were the original peoples of this planet when everything came into being. From the earliest times, we were the ones that came. And so we got a whole lot of elements and connections to the cosmos that don't know about. And see, we think, not that, it's one thing being spiritual, but it's another tapping into these stars and in a way, not just to be hocus pocus, motherfucker, but understanding, location, understanding the frequencies and the energies of what's going. Everything is they do it. They already up. You think they up in space? What the fuck you think they up there looking for? Why they looking? Why the military? But when we go up there, we hocus pocus and shit. You see what I'm saying? Is knowledge in the universe. You feel me? And the more knowledge you have, the greater power you possess. You see, to put your presence down on this planet, you understand, with a heavy hand and a divine hand on top of it. So that's why they keep you out of the stars. They keep you away from the cosmos. They keep you away from nature. You're going to have to know nature. You're going to have to know what could heal. You got to know what could kill. You got to know where to water. You got to know where you can sleep. You got to know every goddamn thing about the planet. You see what I'm saying? You got to know what this do, what this plant do, what that plant do, what this tree do, how to live outside if you need to, how to build shelter. You ain't got to live. You can build shelter. I see motherfuckers on the internet. These motherfuckers building mansions in the goddamn forest. Motherfucker take sand and build goddamn, it's knowledge. And so we have to start at the very basic, very bare minimum of what it takes: food, clothing, and shelter, and defense. I hear a lot of motherfuckers talk about food, clothing, and shelter, but a military. You see what I'm saying? Defense, how to be able to defend your food, clothing, and shelter. You can have food, clothing, and shelter, but if you ain't got no gun, a motherfucker gonna come take your food, your clothing, and your motherfucking shelter, and anything else so it's got to be food, clothing, and shelter, and security, defense, being able to defend that which you have. Ain't no sense of compiling some shit so somebody can come and take it from you. So I believe we are already military minded. We are already military minded. We just do it on our, and we do it to other, but it's always projected that we do it to ourselves so much. These motherfuckers way more violent than us. You see what I'm saying? Even though they put that shit on the TV and we do some crazy ass shit, they still far more violent, and I'm sick of this shit. Because they always talking about, man, listen here, if I break this shit down to y'all, from the time of Carmelo Anthony to goddamn Ronald Hinton, you know how much crazy shit white people been doing? Do you know how much crazy shit that they been doing? I mean, they literally been doing all type of wild, crazy ass shit. They take our shit and put it up there prolifically on the internet. So and so when you go out there, you say, damn, nigga doing this, damn, a nigga doing that, damn, a nigga. And if you compile it to all nothing but black people, you would think to like, God damn. And the shit do need to be addressed. But what they don't show is when these goddamn Cro-Magnon Neanderthal and these wretched wenches, these wretched Neanderthal wenches get their ass the shit that is far more gruesome and more numbers. I mean, like I say, they still talking about Carmelo Anthony. Look how long they done stretched out that one fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking crazy goddamn Neanderthal feral people right up out the Appalachian, because that's exactly how he looked. This motherfucker burned down the goddamn governor's mansion, had a hammer in his hand, and said if he would have saw him, he would have smashed his goddamn head in. You know that fucking shit stayed up there 1 day, 1.5 days it was up there, and the shit just disappeared. You don't hear no more about it. You don't hear no more. They done ran that baby over. I did that one, and he 10 years old, ran that baby over on the goddamn highway. You understand? I'm going, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do some more research to find out what happened. Because that shit don't make no sense. Ran the baby over. He on his I think it's a 4-wheeler. I believe it was a 4-wheeler, 3-wheeler, whatever it was. And he ran the baby over and didn't even stop. Nasty motherfucker come back and got his goddamn his mirror after he ran that baby over. Then you don't even hear shit about that. You see what I'm saying? And I think they gave him a bond. Man, the bond wasn't shit. The bond was shit. He was out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he was out. They called him in, gave him, I believe, a $10,000 bond. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning he only had to put $1,000, and he done ran that baby over and went on, and driver's license was suspended. They say they found weed in his shit, all kind of shit. Gave him $1,000 bond and shit. Ain't heard shit else. All type of crazy shit going on. They give that shit like a day and let something else and let it go. So they don't stay on they situations like they stay on ours. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. So we get the illusion it's all us. It's all us. That's a goddamn lie. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling people we've been living under the illusion. And if you believe that shit, then you will live it out. You start to live it out. They say, oh, yeah. And listen to me. This is not an excuse for nothing that's going wrong in our community because it needs to be dealt with. You see what I'm saying? But when we have become the poster boys and poster girls for violence and crime in America, this gives the world permission that they could talk to us stupid. And even the way the other motherfuckers around, motherfuckers gonna have to learn the hard way, man. You see what I'm saying? It's just all it is. I'm for my blackness. You feel me? I'm for my blackness. And Lord knows I'm for my blackness, but I'm not for no bullshit. Ain't nobody gonna be talking to me stupid. You're not gonna, and I understand that a lot of people look down on Black America because they got crackatosis. They following behind these goddamn Cro-Magnon Neanderthals. And like I'm telling motherfuckers, even in the international world, you see, even our people that very well may be coming from other areas, coming from, the general, got love for the black race. You see what I'm saying? Come on, come on. It ain't nothing. We are the indigenous in this land, but that don't mean we can't invite family in the rest if they need the rest. If they need a place to lay their head, we should be able to do that without it being no misunderstanding that we are original. You understand what I'm saying? In this land, you know what I'm saying? So that's not a problem. We could do that. But for those that come in and understand this, racial tensions is high. Okay? So I'm just letting family out there know. Those that's coming from other islands, don't bring your ass over here talking shit. You are going to get fucked up. I'm just being real. That's just really, I'm just going to be, and I'm going to just say that one instant so you can feel my frequency. Because it's, again, you see tensions with the Neanderthal is high. That means we is like, when they say the military is on, what is it, code 5, code 4, or whatever, DEFCON. DEFCON, the further you go up, DEFCON 5 is all, So we right now, we about damn near on DEFCON 3 in this bitch. We ain't on 5, but we on 3. We on 3. We is at a heightened goddamn. So you can't come over here talking to Black American, bitch. You gonna get fucked up. Straight up. Niggas is going through shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So you coming over here and you sounding like this man. You sounding like the Neanderthal is what you doing. You see what I'm saying? So now people's is like, the frequency. It's really the frequency at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because they talking shit, and so it's just the frequency of how people respond to each other. So, I'm quick to check, and say, look, we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to be out here where you got all these damn Neanderthals on the internet talking shit about our people, and I'm going to join in the frequency, and I don't sound too much different from them. That don't even make no motherfucking sense. You see what I'm saying? That don't even make even the white man over here, he say we might argue in Congress, but when we cross that national borderline and we go into war, we won. They say when they cross that water and they go overseas, they go as one. They ain't playing no games. If they had to go across that water, goddamn it, they go as one. They're going to support their military 100%. Congress, Supreme Court, president, they're going to support that goddamn army 100%. Ain't going to be no, playing with them or nothing when they cross that water. You see what I'm saying? And we have to think the same goddamn way. This is a DEFCON 3, so all the shit that could be discussed at another time, because you ain't gonna change nothing. This shit been going on. You ain't gonna change it right now. You see what I'm saying? So you could, not to sideline anything that is important, but if they ready to push the button on, we have to prioritize the shit that we are going through and what is most important. You see what I'm saying? We prioritize, we don't sideline no shit, is how we deal with it. You see what I'm saying? We can still deal with shit without, at a time of heightened frequency of racial tensions, add to the, gasoline to the, oh yeah, they really is some dog ass niggas. And yeah, the white man say they lazy, they this, they that. And then you go up on the motherfucking internet and you literally join sides with them. You see what I'm saying? Man, but don't nobody say shit about all these crazy ass crackers killing every goddamn day. Nobody even say shit. That's why I brought that one motherfucker up in Las Vegas. This motherfucker, man, literally, man, this shit should be talked about every day. What level this crazy cracker went to. You understand what I'm saying? The brain death and destruction to innocent people. This motherfucker had over 24 automatic. He had 24 guns, and all of them was locked and loaded with damn, man, this motherfucker had over 1,000 fucking, man, this motherfucker had over 1,000 rounds and shit. You understand? That motherfucker had more than that. And you know what I'm saying? He shot damn near every last one of them motherfuckers. He injured over 500 people. No, he injured over 800 people. He injured over 800 people. Something like, man, close to 500 got, man, I don't know how many motherfuckers he shot. You know what I'm saying? How many, and then some motherfuckers fucked themselves up trying to get away. He killed 88, something like people. And people don't even know the motherfucker name. And, they swept that under the rug real quick. You know what I'm saying? To people should know that motherfucker name off the tip. It should be like damn near internationally known who the fuck that man is. You don't even know his motherfucking name, but you still talking about some goddamn Carmelo Anthony and some bullshit like that. And here this motherfucker is the most prolific mass murderer in United States history for one man to shoot that many people, and people don't even know his motherfucking name. Man, make that shit make sense to me. You see, so we let them pass. We get these motherfuckers pass, and we take all the blame and shit for being violent and shit. And the reality is we living in the gut of this goddamn peckerwood. And a lot of people get the illusion that we can work. You don't work your way out of no goddamn situation. That's a goddamn lie. You understand? Yeah, you gonna get by, but goddamn it, you not about to work because if you could, motherfucker, you would have done it by now. We've been prolific all along. What the fuck you mean? You think we couldn't have got out of this shit if it was just about being prolific? Goddamn, we've been prolific. Goddamn, it's been all type of goddamn, you understand, where they didn't just bum rush the whole areas, whole industries. You understand? They wiping these niggas out now. You see what I'm saying? They've been doing this. The fact is, man, we cannot live with these motherfuckers. I've been told you that. You can't live with them. But see, some of these motherfuckers, they can't get off the white man titty. They just can't do it. You see what I'm saying? Even in their mind. They're just like them motherfuckers over there in goddamn, where they was in Kenya, and they told them niggas that Jesus was black, and them motherfuckers went to foaming at the mouth. They went biblical on them niggas and started stoning them. They can't even imagine a God that looked like them. You see what I'm saying? They don't even want to hear it, and they will be, if you tell them that God looked like them, they will become the most violent motherfucker on the planet right now. That's how gone these motherfuckers is. So when you tell these motherfuckers, you got to get away from him. You understand what I'm saying? You got to find somewhere, even our people. When I used to have, when I did the making of the nigga, when our people was always trying to run from the plantation. That was, that just show you how fucked up niggas is today. because we think somehow that we greater than our ancestors. No, our ancestors had the further you go back, the purer in mind they were. See, we get under the illusion, yeah, we got a little knowledge, this, that, and the third, but that's book knowledge. It ain't, our peoples was living the Africanness and shit. They was living it. They was, the way that they lived, they was living it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no book knowledge, or yeah, we might got more book knowledge, but we that shit don't mean shit. Because, as long as this goddamn Cro-Magnon Neanderthal is running society, making the money, hiring and firing, and you understand what I'm saying? Control. You look at, I tell you what, motherfuckers think they got power. This motherfucker done put tariffs on the whole world. It's a whole lot of shit that's not coming in. What the fuck can you do about it? Bitch, nigga, you got a boat? You can go over there and bring something? Oh, no. Okay, then. Well, bitch, you gonna be without. You gonna be without because you ain't with. So, I'm just letting you know that motherfucker control your goddamn reality. When he can put in, and now you ain't got shit. They talking about shit ain't on the shelves and shit and this, that, and the third, and and the further the tariff. So what the fuck is that saying? Okay, then he control your motherfucker. He got too much control over your goddamn reality, and his frequency is fucked up anyway. We keep thinking, and these bitches keep talking this shit every day on the internet, showing you exactly how they feel. We cannot live with these people that just boil down in any motherfucker that, even if you can't figure it out how you can do it right now, just come to the understanding. You understand? If you just come to the understanding, like, we can't live with these motherfuckers, then the mind and the spirit will begin to envision a way that it could be possible. But if you shut down in your mind, oh man, we can't do a bitch, nigga, go. You the nigga that'll make an excuse why when niggas get ready to say, you know what, let's off master. It's always, why you want to do that? Why? Why would you want to off master? That ain't the way to do it. No, you know how niggas be. No, that ain't the way to do it. You got to do it, and without all that violence. Nigga you ain't did nothing to the white man, so I don't even know why the fuck you talking about. Where you ain't, that's the only way you ever did it. With him is without the violence, and you ain't got no goddamn way yet. Even the niggas that got money. You understand? They always blame it on the niggas that ain't got nothing. They say, oh, well, these niggas over here, they don't want nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing. All they want to do is violence and shit. And then, okay, well, you got all these motherfuckers that got money, degrees. Why haven't they come together and did nothing? Okay, our reason is, okay, we the lowest of the low. I'm just saying that hypothetically. We the lowest of the low. We ain't gonna do shit. We can't do nothing. Our IQs is low and all this, that, and the third. Okay, then we'll for the sake of argument, okay, we'll roll with that. But you niggas got degrees. Why haven't the niggas with degrees come together? And what have they done outside of having these town hall, and on TV? Ain't did shit. Black people is still in the predicament they've always been in, no less, no greater, no less. The niggas with money, every last one of them getting knocked down. Their ass is all in court. They in their pockets. They taking their shit. And so they haven't done anything. So why is it when we look and people say, well, we got to do it this way. We got to go to school. We got to get the bag and going to school and getting the bag. And I'm not telling nobody not to get the bag. See, that's where niggas get it fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? We're not telling people don't get the bag. We're not telling people don't get knowledge and wisdom. But at the end of the day, what does it do for the greater good, the health of our people? What has it done in the greater, you understand, in the greater cause of the healthiness of our people, the liberation? What has that done on for the greater cause? And nobody can say shit because it ain't done shit. So don't tell me it's about no goddamn degree. Don't tell me about no motherfucking bag or none of that shit. That ain't got shit to do with nothing. Ain't none of these ideas, every last one of them have failed. And that's what I remember Malcolm X was talking about. Every motherfucking plan, every motherfucker that been a failure. And you understand what I'm saying? Every last one of them. The only one that motherfuckers have not practiced and tried, you understand, with all energy is black power. Separating from these motherfuckers, black everything. I heard him motherfuckers talking about black first. No, black every motherfucking thing. You understand? Ain't no black only. General said he say black only. I ain't got no time for niggas talking about black first. No, not black first. No, I hear motherfuckers out there say, and I don't give a fuck whether you like B1. No, it ain't no B1. B.O. black only. Ain't no B. Black first mean maybe nigga second or third, you might want to coon out on the nigga. You see, on the third or the second, you might want to, black first, but I'm going to coon out on the second and the third level. No, nigga, black only. You see what I'm saying? When you get all of that shit out and you separate in totality, you're ill in many areas of the mind and the body. You're ill. You need to separate yourself. So you get an opportunity to cleanse your mind, cleanse your soul, cleanse your body. You see what I'm saying? You need to separate from that poison. You see, when motherfucker, you got to quarantine these motherfuckers. Get them away from me, and they're going to follow you and shit, and that just show you. When you look at our family in Africa, and they kicking their ass out, and they looking for ways to knock the brother Ibrahim off. They trying to find a way, just like they did brother Thomas Sankara. You understand what I'm, just like they did Patrice Lumumba, just like they did Malcolm X. They always get one of these old niggas. And that's why I say in a time of racial tension, you got to shut the fuck up. You got to shut the fuck up, because the reality is the people's security is at stake right now. You see what I'm saying? You don't know what these old Neanderthalic minded cavemen, Captain Cavemen motherfuckers ready to do. We already know what they done in the past. You see what I'm saying? And so they is ready to continue the same goddamn barbaric activities that they have already always practiced. And we just got to, man, we got to move past, all this, this little pettiness shit. Is petty at the end of the day. It's petty in comparison to what we facing. It's petty. It could be going down, brothers and shit. Take some time, man. And I'm like I say, I try, but with shit like what they just did could be a test run. Be very vigilant, man, woman, and child. And a lot of times, it's time to take, the sisters and the children and the elderly, if they shouldn't be out here just, for no unnecessary reason. You know what I'm saying? It's crack-a-lacking right now. You see what I'm saying? And that causes, keep the queens off the battlefield. It's a battlefield. Keep the babies off there, running over the babies. Man, it's like, man, where the fuck is he? You know what I'm saying? Where is that Neanderthal that did that? You know what I'm saying? Where is these motherfuckers at that's doing this shit to our people? You know what I'm saying? And they smile and they get away with this shit. And it must be some form of retribution for that. You see what I'm saying? It got to be some form of divine retribution for the things that's happening to our people, because we can't continue to let this happen. And so, family, these two men show up, and I believe it's a sign. If it's true or if it ain't true, what these people is saying that's coming out their mouth, I don't give a fuck what white people say. And I'm because I could go the fuck in, but I'm not gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that, because they be ready to take all this shit down, and I got lessons up here for y'all, and I'm not. But y'all know how people say, SETI, man, that old SETI motherfucker, I make the old SETI. That's baby SETI, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That baby SETI, nigga. And this one right here, nigga, if I roared, nigga, it'll be motherfuckers coming through the roof. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk. They become like, you know what I'm saying? They be coming through the motherfucking roof if I did it like that. And y'all know good and goddamn well that's the truth. So don't get it like, no, nigga, I just know what it is. I done gave y'all the message, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all the niggas out there fumbling. Y'all want to do goddamn, you know, I'm into the cult shit. Yeah, I hear motherfuckers talking about you ain't gonna, but if a motherfucker show up at your door, bitch, motherfucker talking about you can't beat. I don't give a fuck if you think you can beat him or not. The motherfucker show up at my door, bitch. I'm ready to do whatever. You understand? Whatever. I don't give, y'all niggas ain't got no heart, no courage. And that's why they been able, you got to live on all planes. You can't run to, that's myopic. That's lopsided. You got to master all the planes. You see what I'm saying? You got to master the spiritual plane. You got to master the mental plane. You got to master the physical and all other planes, known and unknown. You don't stop. Oh no, well, I'm gonna just do this. No, motherfucker, I don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucker. We could do some alchemy, but if that motherfucker show up at my motherfucking door, I want the heat. I'm not about to fight no motherfucker with, yeah, nigga, yeah. We do the alchemy for spiritual balance within ourselves. So when we go to work, you understand, we are operating on a level so far above them that we can't be beat. We take that element of the alchemy, the black alchemy into the battlefield. You understand that? You understand the shit that they need computers and shit. The register, nigga, we out there like a Terminator, nigga. That shit going and we operating and shit, and you know we doing shit that they wouldn't even think of doing. You see what I'm saying? That's what. But when that motherfucker knock on my door, talking this bullshit, So get ready, family, cause like I tell you, it's gonna be a hot one this year, and ain't no telling. I don't believe that we could go two. I believe the next 2 years will define who we are as a people for probably the next 1,000 years. And that's real talk. You see what I'm saying? What we do in these next 2 years is going to define, you know, our place in this world for the next 1,000 years. Real talk. And I always told niggas this. You ain't got to worry about nobody here. Motherfucker say, Sadie, y'all ain't gonna do. Motherfucker, they gonna bring it to your bitch ass. That's what's gonna happen. They gonna bring it to your bitch ass, which they doing. You see what I'm saying? But they showing and, you know, they willing to bring all they shelves together. They coming, they about to have a goddamn a military parade for Donald Trump's birthday. They're going to have a military parade for Donald Trump's birthday. So they're going to come out here and show you niggas all the missiles and all the tanks and all of that. They're going to roll down the streets and shit and try to terrify the world. You know what I'm saying? That's really what they're going to do. They're going to try to terrify the world and let the world know what they got and let them know that they on the way. And when they get there, they better either open the door or goddamn it, they gon' motherfucking rain fire down on their ass and shit. You see? And so that's the reality of it. And so we have to really come in like I say, you know, many of these groups out here, the shit that they talking about is undermining black unity with nobody. You can figure out the name and this, that, and I don't got no time for none of that. You see what I'm saying? When the color of your skin, and that's not the only, you know, criteria for us as a people, but it's they criteria. You see what I'm saying? So the shit you arguing about with another black man or woman, they don't give a fuck about that. You can argue, I'm this nigga, let's have a debate. That motherfucker walk up on both of the motherfuckers, blow both of their brains out. You see what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about that shit. So if it's at a heightened racial tensions, shut that petty shit up. Straight up. Shut that petty shit up. That shit don't mean nothing. That shit could be discussed when we got some security for our baby. When they say, you know what I'm saying, anybody's baby. They don't know nothing about these labels you niggas got. They don't know. They ain't gonna know that's some shit that come out of your mouth. When they see your baby and they say, goddamn it, or exterminate, then that's what's gonna happen. They don't give a fuck about that shit you arguing about, nigga, them labels, nigga. They don't give a fuck about that. So y'all got to wake up out of that bullshit and keep your mouth quiet about, you know, and that don't mean you don't deal, but some motherfuckers deal with shit silently. Just because you don't hear it, you know what I'm saying, don't mean it ain't been taken care of. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a whole lot of motherfuckers out here that did some shit. And then you hear a motherfucker ask, hey, man, you seen Jimmy? No, man, I ain't seen Jimmy. You seen Jimmy? No, I ain't seen Jimmy. Ain't nobody seen Jimmy? No, ain't nobody seen Jimmy. Damn, okay. Yeah, you know why? They done took care of Jimmy. Jimmy up out here, nobody got to have no news fucking report. You think everything got to be, see, that's black people, they think, so it just because it ain't being discussed openly, don't mean it ain't being discussed. And just because you don't hear an issue being discussed openly, don't mean it's not being dealt with. You feel what I'm saying? Some shit get dealt with quietly, silently, and we got to learn to be stealth. You see what I'm saying? Because you notice when you look at this white man military, his most deadly weapons is the stealth weapons. You see what I'm saying? Now, he got some motherfuckers that make noise. But see, if you make noise, they know you coming. You see what I'm saying? They know you coming. They got shit for you. And you know what I'm saying? You know, they got shit for you. But it's them stealth bombers. You feel what I'm saying? That motherfucker, they say it looked like a little pigeon on the radio. You can't even see it. And here this motherfucker got 10 goddamn nuclear bombs on that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? And so when that motherfucker crosses, you don't hear it. You don't see it. And by the time you see it, it's too late. If you see it, if you see it before your defense, it's too late. They didn't already did what need. They out of there by then. You see it, that motherfucker leaving. You don't see it coming. You see the motherfucker leaving. It didn't already drop the payload. So you got to understand being stealth, being silent. You see what I'm saying? Because they watching. It's obviously they watch us. You see what I'm saying? They talking about black fatigue. Bitch, don't watch us. Don't motherfucking watch us. Keep us off your motherfucking TV, bitch. You can easily go there. I tell motherfuckers, I don't like General Seti. So what, bitch? I don't like you. Get off my shit. You ain't got to come on my shit. It's a 1,000,001 goddamn YouTube pages on this motherfucker. You ain't got to come in my goddamn chat and talk shit. You can take your bitch ass over to the channels that you like, but you choose to come over here, nigga, because you know we got that firepower. You know we got that firepower over here. We talking about shit that ain't nobody, and we been talking about it. We don't show up, nigga, when it's an episode like this and tell. We been talking about it. We been telling black people get their goddamn artillery and armaments. We been telling them that the day was gonna come. We been telling them over here, nigga, BPC for life, nigga. We been telling them over here. We don't hesitate because we don't want our people to be caught in a situation where many of our people could lose their life. Many of our women, children, and elderly could lose their life because niggas have played down the severity of these goddamn situations out here. They playing down the severity of these situations that we're in. We don't need, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do need heat. Yes, we do need artillery. Yes, we do need that shit. We need a whole lot of it. You see, and we need to learn how to make our own. Any and everything that we need, We need to be able to manufacture it ourselves. We must become manufacturers in this new world, man. We have to look past and see and take it. And a part of our security is being able to provide everything that we need. And we look into the future, and I look into the future, and we see these cities and we see these nations of black people. How do we build that? And we have to think about everything that we need ahead of time and get an idea what it is before we even start. What is it? What do it do? What do we need to put the roads in? What is this? What is this machine? What does it do? How many machines? How do you break that bitch apart? How do you put that together? How did they do that? You see what I'm saying? And begin to fail forward in trying to create every fucking thing we need until we can provide for ourselves. This is the reality. Thank y'all for being here today, family. I want y'all to hit that. If you're in here, make sure you subscribe. If you're on General Seti page, you're on Sarah Student Seti page. Listen, I don't cut no motherfucking slack, family. When shit get critical, you gonna want to hear the general. I guarantee you. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to want to hear the general. Believe me. Well, above, and you ain't going to want to hear no motherfucker because you ain't going to know whether they for real or they some type of mold and shit. Motherfucker, now all of a sudden you want to be macho man and shit. You want to come out and then you ain't been talking about nothing and shit. Now you want to usurp, the people's, frequency to let's deal with this shit. So you'll have a lot of usurpers out there. So you want to have somebody that's going to goddamn come from the ancestral root, give it to you like it's supposed to be given to you. So you make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I want you to share this with your family, with your friends. I got some links over there. Make sure you get over there to my Patreon. I got some fire over there. I take it up a notch, and I believe even that is a platform where, the general, I'll break any platform out there. You see what I'm saying? It's nowhere I can speak openly like I need to speak. You know what I'm saying? I'll break the platform. So make sure you get over there, hit the subscribe button, get over there to my Patreon, and I'll see you real soon. I'll see you tomorrow, family. I just wanted to get on here and put this one down for the night, and I'll get black. Hey, appreciate you, family. I wasn't even looking at my chat. Yeah. But I appreciate you, family, for your donation. To all my family, Ray, appreciate you, good brother. To all the chat out there, the ones that, come and vibe with the general every day. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I see y'all tomorrow. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation. And I'm going to do that again. So, because people always asking me, is there a plan? Every time I end this motherfucker, I give you the plan. And I'm going to say it again. Nobody got an outro as cold as that. It just sums it up. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.